Back once again, uncut and unfiltered, and today is a proud day for all of us here, I'd say. It's a special one. It's a big one, because today we are tackling our very own brand, the Whisky Baron. Really, really excited, as always, joined by my good friend, Stevie.
I didn't know who you're going to
We've had a little bit of crack here before we got going.
Thank you, mate.
We will stick with his real name, Stevie, the Drowned Pirate. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm good. Yeah. This is a long time coming, and we must be past 100 episodes now.
This is actually episode 99. We've had a couple taken out.
Oh yeah.
This is episode 99. So everyone who's been following along, Uncut and Unfiltered, we've done nearly 100 episodes now. We have deleted a couple. Why? Just we filmed with brands that we just honestly don't have any respect for, having sort of gotten to know them better behind the scenes. But the majority of episodes that we've done are still live. We've met some amazing people. We've drank some phenomenal whiskies. And today we are tackling the Whisky Baron, which, again, Ian, for you, welcome again, Posh, but you kind of joined the team through the Whisky Baron, really. You were an influencer. Although I don't think you ever really liked to be called that yourself. Really. No, you took some beautiful photography online, and you were one of the only influencer type people to actually buy our products online when we first launched. Start posting about them, and you seemed to love what we were doing, and we loved what you were doing. And God, 100 episodes later, you're still here, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure quite why I'm still here. Why you want me to still be here?
We love having you here. Everyone drop some love in the comments for Posh. We absolutely love having him, and we love taking the piss out of him, as we were just saying before we got going. And Georgia, obviously, more recent member of the team here, both at Uncut and the Whisky Baron. Mm-hmm. You excited for today?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit awkward if I don't like anything.
No. Listen, we've spent nearly 100 episodes taking the piss out of everyone else. Yeah. You can be very fucking honest. And I'd say to the back end, where it gets peatier, there'll definitely be a few that you don't like. Yeah. So, no, honesty is key. Again, guys, why are we doing an episode about the Whisky Baron? We're not looking here to sell you on all of our stuff. We do, however, have a huge passion for whiskey, which is evident through the 100-odd episodes we've done here at Uncut, but also through all of the work that we do over at the Whisky Baron. Georgia has joined the team recently. She's working tirelessly to drive us forward, get some really exciting stuff going. Stevie has been putting out content here, there, and everywhere for the last, 8 years nearly?
Wow, 6, 7, nearly 8 years.
Weird, right?
Jesus.
I know.
I feel like a lot longer.
I know.
Well, not really, no, but yeah, there's a lot that has happened.
Huge amounts that has happened. We've come a long way. And today we are going to enjoy some of our own whiskies. There is no shame in doing so. So should we start with, it looks like you've lined it up as always, Posh, with the Ben Nevis?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we don't have all of the whiskies here. To date, we have launched 16 whiskies under the Whisky Baron brand, with 3 that are actually set to launch any moment. By the time this episode goes live, we will have 3 new whiskies live. So when this episode airs, there will be a total of 19 whiskies under the Whisky Baron brand. And they come under 4 different ranges. The first range that we are sampling from is our export label. And this is a 25-year-old Ben Nevis from our export label. Actually listed, I want to start off with the Ben Nevis. I'm going to start off swinging some awards around. This is the best whiskey, or the second best whiskey. It was in Forbes' top 10 whiskies of the year, 2022. And I believe it was at the top of that list.
2022?
Yeah.
Wow.
That long ago already, I know.
Okay. It feels like it's only been out a year, but...
Yeah, no. I mean, it's sold out so quickly that, yeah.
Fair enough.
Now the only way you can get this is buying it internationally, really.
Right, I can smell it from here.
I know.
This is one of my favourites.
It smells really nice. I don't think I've ever tasted this.
So...
I don't know if I've tasted...
This is a 1996 Ben Nevis.
It smells really
Ben
nice.
Nevis, often revered as very light, very fruity, very easygoing, approachable. Definitely a whiskey for somebody like you, kiddo.
Yeah.
But for some reason, 1996 is the vintage. Now, we talked about this so many times, right? Yep. It could be that because in the 90s, Ben Nevis was selling casks onto the open market, there are a number of 96 casks out there that are being bottled by independents like us here at the Whisky Baron, and it seems as though the 96 have really hit hard. It could equally just be one of those things where people have kind of clamoured around the same vintage for no particular reason other than it is really good juice. But I mean, I've had a look into it. Nothing changed at the distillery. The wood sourcing, everything stayed consistent from 95, 96, 97. So it's fascinating that everyone goes, oh, Ben Nevis, it's got to be 96.
But it happens, and again, we've talked about this before, there are other distilleries where people say, here's a golden year or a couple of golden years, right? And it's interesting, as you said, like how this came about, because at the time, it was effectively a scam, almost. You know, there were mail order things in newspaper adverts. The distillery was in financial trouble. They were offering people casks. And for the time, they were very expensive.
Yes.
And people had no idea what the fuck to do with them afterwards.
It's kind of the last wave of dodgy cask investments that were going around in the 90s. You know, you saw other distilleries like Springbank and Ben Nevis, and there's Ardbeg being sold, all different sorts of bits and pieces. And again, you think Springbank, Ben Nevis and Ardbeg, who was selling that? Back in the 90s, everyone was trying to get rid of it, you know, no one could sell it for a lot of money.
Anywhere between £500 and £1,000 a piece.
Yeah, for stuff that you'd be chopping your right arm off for nowadays, right? So this is the thing. But yeah, 1996, for whatever reason, is the year. And because of that, I was incredibly proud and very lucky, to be honest with you, to find a 1996 cask. Wonderful gent who sold it to us. Really, really, passionate guy. Enjoyed his whiskey. Didn't know a huge amount about it. And yeah, I kind of helped him exit his portfolio. And this was the one that I said, look, you've got to let me have that so that I can bottle it. You tell me what you need to get for it, and I'll do my best to give you a good return. And he was happy with the money that he got out of it. And I'm just delighted. And this is it. It must be something about 96, because to land itself at the top of Forbes' top 10 whiskies of the year. And guys, I take no credit for anything to do with this whiskey other than finding it and bottling it at the time that I did, right? We didn't add any water, no colorant, of course. Why would you? It's natural. All praise goes to Ben Nevis. So here's to Ben Nevis. Slanch up.
How long has this bottle been open for?
This bottle's been open for a minute.
Okay, it's changed, like, in a bad way.
It's opened up quite a lot.
It's opened a lot, and it's got a bit of a kind of a perfumey type, like flowery.
Yeah.
But then there's that thick layer of pineapples and mangoes and all that kind of
I get like a real pear type sort of fruit bomb coming out of this now, which
you get pear.
I didn't get as much at the forefront. This has definitely opened up. And to be honest, guys, again, sorry, I'd love to be cracking a new bottle of this, but there is none of it left, really. There are a handful of bottles that will be available for international customers and stuff like that, but there really isn't very much of this at all. So we're making the most with what we've got.
I get toffee.
Toffee, okay.
Does anybody else get toffee? That was me.
I mean, yeah, it's a kind of a,
sweet to know.
It's super sweet.
It's really nice.
I
enjoy it a lot. I feel like this is going to be my favourite.
This is 49.5?
Because this is this end.
What's the strength of that, kid?
49.5.
49.5.
She's like you. Know your brand.
I know my numbers.
Remind me what the reason was to bottle it then in 2023. Was it bottled in 2023?
It was ready.
Two, sorry.
It was ready.
It was ready for you. Yeah.
So we launched our export label with this 25-year-old Ben Nevis, the 33-year-old Tamor, which is next to it, and a 25-year-old Bamor. Now, the Bamor I had bought and I had owned since it was 22, 23, and we held that for 2 years. Not because it wasn't really good. I felt there was a little bit more to come, but also I was trying to figure out exactly where to position it within our range. That was ultimately a very bad decision when it came to finances, because that cask leaked about 25% from the point at which I bought it to 2 years later. So we lost a huge amount of money on that Bamor, which is unlucky, and it is what it is. And the bottles did end up being slightly more expensive because of it. It's one of those things. Still very reasonably priced, I think, given the market. But yeah, ultimately the Ben Nevis and the Tamor were purchased and bottled because they were ready, and the Bamor just kind of came into the fold with them. It all kind of came together as a perfect thing.
And I think in hindsight, that was absolutely the right decision as well. Like, there's not a lot of 96 left. I think most of it seems to have been bottled now, but I've had a couple of older ones.
Right.
And I think pretty much without exception,
there's a turning point. Yeah. And this is the thing. It's like, look, you can wait and what if, and but there's more to come out. And we play that game all the time, right? We'll come on to the latest rendition, or latest expression, sorry, of the export label, which is our Port Charlotte, which I owned from 3 years old. And we finally bottled it as a 12-year-old. And there were so many points, even at 5 years old, I was like, this is really good. Maybe we should bottle it now, right? So there's so often that sort of question as to why now and, should we wait and all of that sort of stuff. But I agree. And I think, this to me, when people talk about 96 Ben Nevis, this is what I think of. And again, I don't say that from a lofty position. I've done nothing to this other than find it and bottle it. But when people lose their minds about Ben Nevis, and specifically older Ben Nevis, this to me highlights it beautifully. And I have put this up against a bunch of other 96 Ben Nevises from other bottlers with those bottlers. And we've all collectively agreed this is the one.
Whisky Baron is the best.
No, that's not what I said.
King.
God, people are going to be saying, that fucking fella's got a big old head on him, hasn't it? But it is, yeah, beautiful. And for me, it's more pears. Very ripe, juicy pears that are coming straight off the nose for me.
It's really sweet. It's lovely.
You were there when we bought this?
yes.
Did we? Yeah, because we did. Yeah, we were there. Bemore. We did the Stoischer.
Bemore, Tormore,
Torm.
Ben Nevis, Stoischer,
In English.
and the English. Yes,
English,
correct.
Yeah. Yeah, you were there, yeah.
Yeah. He was helping us with the Stoischer, trying to get the percentage right. That was the main thing. We were like, add another half a litre of water to the whole vat. Okay. Yeah, okay. Take it down another, just 0.1 of
Oh, and that was the time where the label.
The label.
Wow.
Yeah.
We probably, mentioned that story now.
Nightmare. Yeah.
Crazy.
Too many nightmares along the way.
Labels always seem to be the nightmares. I mean, from the first labels ever, you waiting up till 2 a.m. in Creetown for a private courier to come from
to drive
London
overnight from London to Creetown. Yeah.
And they arrived at 2, 3 a.m.
And then do you remember we actually that next morning we were ironing some of the labels because some of them got
You were,
creased.
yeah.
So
we've got some
there's a
videos on our
video
phone.
of me. We were racing to get ready. Labels are there, and then I realised there's something wrong. So I took my shirt off and I had my shirt over the labels.
Yeah.
So the labels.
I think I've got a video of you standing up at B&B ironing the label.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie, regardless of whatever the situation is, it's usually Jake in a room with a steamer or an iron, like, come on!
no shirt on.
Whatever it
Something's
is,
gone wrong.
it's a celebration, there's a wedding, there's a party, there's labels. It's always Jake with a steamer.
Sounds like you've got your only drams content ready to.
There you go, mate. Happy days. Happy days.
But that was it. It worked out in the end. But
this is the thing, man.
whatever.
It always seems to just about fall into place for us, right?
so far,
And yeah, look, I mean, really, really lucky with this Ben Nevis. I'm so proud to have it under our label. So yummy.
it's a good one. I haven't
It's
for a
really
long time.
And I have to say, I really loved the way we launched that export label. Those 3 flavors are so diverse, three real, not huge numbers were sold as sets. We sold a small portion of them as sets. And for anyone who bought that set, I just think they're sat on such a wonderful thing because when you open that, we'll move on to the
deal as
Tormore.
well, actually. The set price.
That Tormore is absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I think
big, rich sherried.
2.5 bottles, I think now.
Oh, really? You're making your way
I
through.
think I've got one more, but that's being saved for because it's just such a, especially I guess. Well, this was bottled, a couple of years ago too. So I was just past that age at the time. Friends being the same age coming round. Born in, this is 88, isn't it? Or was it 89? It's 88.
It's 88, I think.
So a lot of friends,
88.
it's just like, do you want to have something that is as old as you kind of thing?
Yeah.
And it's a great...
I've done that so many times actually as well. Yeah, shared this.
Or
actually.
older than you.
I got
You're old.
Jack. It's older than me. Yeah, and this is it. I got my cousin.
10
That's
years
his.
older than me.
My cousin asked me to be his best man, and I gave him a bottle of that as a thank you and as a sort of congratulations. And that's exactly. It's like to be able to have something that's older than you. This was created before you were even
Thought of.
a thought, exactly. And now you get to enjoy. I think that's wicked. You know,
Yeah.
that's very rare, especially for you old man.
Yes.
There you go. I
was
told
waiting-
you, Stevie.
I was waiting for that.
You get the jabs
Ian
around.
distilled that to me.
I mean, that would have been
That'd be cool, man.
toddling up to the stills in Tormore.
Yeah, Ben Nevis, what a way to start. Such a good dram. That it is one of my favourites. But then, yeah. So is the
I'm
time
actually
coming
really
up.
interested to hear, once we get to the end, where your favourite lies. Because for you, similar to me, but for a different reason, because I had worked in the industry before setting up, you were really kind of fresh
I was green, man.
going, right?
Yeah.
I remember vividly the trip that we took where you tried the Port Charlotte Von Romane for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was your first kind of like, oh my fuck, whiskey is amazing. Kind of a
Yes.
moment of like realization that there's so much more to whiskey than just
Wow.
the average 12-year-old. But it was, honestly, he was like just completely perplexed by the whole thing. It was
I just
amazing.
didn't get it up until that
Were
point.
you like me in terms of we've both had really spoiled experiences?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, I had drunk whiskey before, but never in this capacity. In terms of like, you know, it was
whiskey and Coke, yeah.
Jameson's, yeah, whiskey and Coke, and then I think it was in this building, 2017 or 18. Jake was introduced to us because we had, you know, the marketing company then. And I think we met you before, but you came into the office one day with a bunch of samples, and the car ended up staying there. And I had no respect. I was being too polite. I was just finishing drams, be like, yeah, yummy. But
He got home, he was like, oh my Christ.
but also,
I don't know who I am.
it was like single cask Bunner 16, Glenrothes 12, and sorry,
Vatican.
yeah, Vatican. They were the three samples I had. So I was just like, yeah, lovely. Oh, wow, you know, these are great. No idea what I was drinking, you know, value or anything
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, I was spoiled. And from there on, it was just, you know, onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to go back. But it's funny because now it's nice to go back to blends like we do in episodes and stuff, yeah, that isn't, you know, out of a lot of people's sort of ranges. But yeah, very, very spoiled. Tormore. So,
It's going to be interesting to see where Tormore goes. Like, historically, I think probably quite an unloved
has it just been taken over?
distillery. Yeah.
Dude, that's why I wanted this cask. Sekinda.
Sekinda's
Yeah.
bought it, hasn't it? Yeah.
I bought this cask when I heard that.
Just before.
No, as soon as I knew that it was all happening.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he tried to buy up most of the stock as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
Unsurprisingly,
is
dude,
it
yeah.
rebranded now? Or
They've
is he
just, in the last, 6-12 months, started pushing, the first...
I think we're going to be hearing something soon.
Well, no,
I'm not
be-
allowed to say why I know that, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that there is something coming.
I don't think there's been, a core range, but there's been,
Is it
some...
OBs?
There's been some new OBs.
Through you bought it. Oh no, you bought the Dalmunak. Sorry,
Yes.
excuse me.
Okay.
They're doing a similar thing, I think, though, with the Whiskey Exchange.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a similar sort of setup.
Okay, interesting. But and I think I've seen the branding. It has been rebranded, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, another workhorse distillery, right? I mean, this has been going since
Tormore was
Quite new, 60s, right?
I was going to say it's
The
not,
60s.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to say end of the
I was-
50s, or was
yeah.
it in the 60s?
Okay.
I think it was, unlike some of the other distilleries at the time, it was designed to look like an old distillery.
Right.
And that's why you've got the massive pool thing out the
Yeah.
front. It looks bizarre.
It's
What's that for?
Ooh, thing.
I don't know. It looks like it's from a different. It looks like it's out of The Great Gatsby or something.
yeah. I mean, compared to
Have you
I
ever
think-
seen Tormore?
We've driven past it from from the road.
Okay.
We didn't stop.
yeah, compared to all the other 60s distilleries, it's probably the
In 1958, it was at the end of the
Yeah.
50s. Yeah, yeah.
Because it was on the way to Glenallachie. It's up that way, isn't it? Yeah.
That's when we would have seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
Along the road to Glenallachie.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
1958.
Was it the first of that new wave then that opened up around that time?
Yes,
I was gonna say,
that's
it
what
must
I
have
was
been,
thinking. Yeah. I didn't think it was quite in the 60s. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for here. But yeah,
A picture of the pool thing.
have you seen that? It is a bizarre looking.
What? It looks like a resort,
Yeah.
like a
hotel.
or like a moat. Maybe it looks like a moat
It's really weird.
with like crocodiles.
It's a
in it,
bizarre
like,
looking place. But it's also like, it's bizarrely beautiful. You can't help but be like, oh my God, like this is really, it draws you in.
Sekinder's got to protect all his rare Bowmore stocks, like, somehow now, and he's got a moat to do so.
Just
Sharp.
get a dragon, input the dragon in the moat, he's good to go.
I was dragging a moat. It's incorrect.
I don't know.
Do they do public tours now?
No, but I think they will do.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to push that, surely. Yeah.
Hopefully so. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens with the brand now that they've taken over. I think, everything that they've done in the industry, now that they own a distillery of that size and caliber, and this is the thing. It's great liquid.
Where was most of it going?
Blends.
Yeah.
Into any, like, what? It wasn't going into... the
Into
actual
which
stuff?
blends? Great question.
Well, it was Pernod, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say it went into a lot of Chivas stuff, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know specifically what blends.
Yeah, Chivas, Ballantine's.
But was it part of Chivas or was it part of Pernod?
Well, Pernod owns Chivas.
I know, but they still get a separation.
yeah,
often, like Glenallachie was Chivas.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if this was Chivas.
I think Tormore was on the Pernod.
On the Pernod side, okay, yeah. I don't know huge amounts about the history, to be honest with you, Stevie. I think it's exciting what's coming, and I think that the depth of flavour that they have is really impressive. I mean, again, this is from a sherry cask, but the depth of spice in this, to me, it's like cumin and it's very savoury spices.
Yes.
There is sweetness to it, but like this reminds me almost like of like a curry or something. Do you know that depth of spice and flavour?
I remember saying this at the time.
It's like a meal.
Yeah, it's like you're like wandering through a souk or something, right?
Yes, that's a fucking great descriptor.
Did you say soup or a
Souk.
A souk.
souk? I thought you said souk.
Wading through.
Yeah.
Yeah, such
Bit
a-
of Heinz cream of tomato.
That's a great description. Let's put that on the bottle, like walking through soup.
It is like walking through a
and
soup.
Chivas. Ballantine's and
Ballantine's.
Chivas.
Yeah, so if it was Ballantine's, then it would have been on the Pernod side, right?
Yeah.
I think this is really sweet, but maybe that's just
Okay, so what sweetness? Yeah, sorry, there's definitely sweetness to it.
Ongoing blend.
Again,
savoury.
people think about sherry bombs and they go Christmas cake and raisins and sherry and prunes and plums and all of that sort of stuff.
I just sound like one of those people.
Yeah, but
I
there's
just
nothing
get
wrong with that.
sweetness.
I just think that this is a sherry bomb in a very different way.
And
I do think this is really nice. I think I would like. I think I'd be able to sip on Ben Nevis straight, but I think I'd have to mix this maybe with like, I don't know, something.
Have a bit of a cocktail.
Yeah, but I think it's lovely. I think it's way more sweet than savoury though. But
Strength on this is up there though. 50.
56.2.
I was going to go 57. 56.2 though. There you go.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's definitely up there.
what I find interesting is it's savoury, but without the kind of meatiness of like a Craigellachie or Mortlach, right?
And that's because there is no sulfur to it.
Yeah.
There's none of those off notes. It's all really wonderfully it's almost curated, the spices that are in it, which is a weird thing to say about whiskey. I know it hasn't, operated in that manner, but I do feel like there has been an incredible chef standing over a pot going, bit of this, a bit of that.
And what
that,
did you? What did you do? Did you do anything to this?
Nope.
Nothing.
Found it, bottled it, slapped our label on it.
Right.
That is it. Again, I have nothing to do with this other than giving Tormore huge thanks and praise. And if Sekinder is listening, we would love to come and visit Tormore now. We'd love to do a bit of content with you and let you try some of your new stuff. I mean, geez, it's going to be exciting once they start pumping out their core range and stuff.
There's a lot of wood influence here on this, and obviously there would be being at 33, and I think that's where maybe those kind of savoury notes come from. Where it's, for me, loads of chewy wood.
Okay. That's
Very
interesting.
chewy.
I don't get as much
Not
of the...
sweet chewy, just,
No.
just very, very wood. And I think it's where the spice is coming from for me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, for sure.
But I mean, 33 years in contact, you're going to get...
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Right, that's where the spices will be coming from. I'm not getting it as like a chewy woodiness, though, like you are, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's like almost like, like an old, like if you just cut an old piece of furniture up in the sawdust, it's just that for me. But then obviously layered with the sweetness under there from the sherry. Do we know what sherry it was?
Yes, this actually came from a Harvey's cream of sherry cask.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So again, a little bit different.
Did you keep this barrel? Did you send this barrel off to Pierre?
Yeah. We won't talk about that. I'm really, really disappointed.
Oh, I know.
This cask and the Ben Nevis cask were the only two casks that unfortunately
Just
got lost by the warehouse. We love the warehouse that we work with. It's not a problem. It's the only thing that they've ever managed to get wrong. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm more gutted that the 1996 Ben Nevis cask isn't on my wall because I really fucking wanted that, and it just got lost in the mist. But say that.
We'll get you another one.
Yeah,
mate.
no, we're not thinking about that, mate. That's a negative. Yeah, but no, it was a great. Both of them really good quality casks. Really, really lovely.
What's next?
What's
Next is a Royal Brackler.
15-year-old.
Excuse the damaged label.
Yeah.
Again, this is something we actually do have this in stock. Not huge amounts of it.
This is
but
something that you own, so it's...
this is something that it got
Scuffed up.
damaged and it got sent to me, and I thought that'll be a sample bottle for us all to enjoy.
Do you want to double park?
Always.
Because we've got two Bracklers.
I was going to say, not with the Tormore. If we're going to double park, let's try both of these Bracklers together. Yeah. So again, guys, watching at home, many of you hopefully will have tried our 15-year-old Royal Brackler, which we are just getting into the glass now. This was a single cask hogshead and is part of our Founders Collection range. The Brackler that Ian is about to pour is one of the latest releases. So one of the whiskies that has just launched, probably today, if you're watching this today, the day that it releases. This is a 10-year-old Royal Brackler as part of our Signature Series range. And I'll tell you a little bit about the maturation when we get to it. Royal Brackler, again, we did that Royal Brackler episode not long ago. For me, such an undervalued distillery.
That was a fun episode, actually. I really enjoyed going through that. And we did Kalina as well at the same time. But yeah,
we did.
The Brackler was good fun. I think we were, it was a bit of a day. So I'm really, really looking forward to trying this again because I tried it in the warehouse. We're in the middle of all that excitement and craziness. And then obviously on the podcast again, it's a pretty crazy day for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now in a relaxed setting, and it looks like it's been you've enjoyed that, mate. Oh,
Yeah,
did you take that to one of the shows recently? No.
Did I? Maybe.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, it wasn't
Can't
open
remember.
today. Don't worry, I don't like it that much. But yeah, really, really proud again of both of these whiskies.
So, what have we got here, guys? Sorry, you were pouring. We've got the...
So the one on the left, that one is the 15-year-old. So this is a single cask hogshead. I think we added a splash of water. What's the strength on that there, kid?
54.3.
54.3, yeah. And it doesn't say cask strength above that, does it?
No.
Pretty sure we took it down from about 57, 58.
The next one's 59.4.
Yeah, no, I know that one. So 54.3, single cask hogshead, just as is. Letting Brackler shine through. And again, for me, don't get me wrong, love their core range, love the Palicatado and the Oloroso influence. Just a straight hogshead, though.
Yeah.
Just let it shine through. And you talking about the kind of the meatiness or the lack of meatiness in the Tormore, there is an element of a meatiness in this for me, which I always found very interesting.
Totally, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's such a structured and it's quite like a boisterous dram almost.
It's quite firm.
It's dead.
Yeah, firm. That's firm and dense. That's better. Much better than boisterous.
It is firm. Toffee note you mentioned earlier. I'm getting toffee
apple.
A bit of toffee apple. It's beautiful. I haven't had this again for a while. Is this my bottle? Can't remember.
No,
You can have it,
the scratched
It
one.
is now. Oh yeah. Right, and up against.
So that is our latest Brackler. So 10-year-old. It was a single sherry butt that I bought from Bacardi. And we re-racked it into 2 fresh hogsheads. So it was a single sherry butt, and they got split in half. 1 fresh Oloroso, 1 fresh PX. So it was 5 years in the butt, 5 years in the fresh hogsheads, and then vatted for a bottling. 59.4.
Did you marry it, or just into the vat?
Vatted.
This
Yeah.
one smells insane.
Originally, the intention was to bottle them as individuals and have an Oloroso and a PX as side by sides. I just love this how it is. I think it's the perfect balance between the sweetness and the nuttiness. On the nose for me, I was trying this just yesterday because, again, like you, to be honest, Stevie, I haven't had a huge amount of it. I love that the nose displays the PX quite a lot, and you almost think, is this going to be sickly sweet?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but the palate comes out, and that nuttiness for me really lasts and is very long and drawn out. And yeah, I just love the balance of it. So for me, and it was just a case of like the sum of the 2 parts are better than the 2 individual pieces.
Yeah.
Is the reason why the colour is so different because the second one, is that because it was in like sherry and PX? Is that why it's like more caramelly in
PX
colour?
is a type of sherry.
Yeah.
But yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this bourbon hogshead, really light, almost kind of golden straw
Yeah, this
coloured.
one's like
This
proper
one,
caramelly.
darker, Yeah, exactly. So just because it's been in sherry hogshead, the PX gave it a little bit of a darker colour,
Right.
and also a little bit of a thicker texture. But again, mixing that with the Oloroso, it means that nothing becomes overly domineering. Again, I loved the individual pieces. You know what I'm like with PX in particular, but Oloroso, any sherry really. Yeah. It's great, but it can become overly domineering, overly dry if it's just Oloroso or just like a really sickly sweet PX. It depends where you want to be. I just felt that, the 2 of them together worked so much nicer.
Yeah.
Should we also give the listeners a bit of an insight as to what the reasoning is with the hat and everything?
What do you mean?
Like
the design?
That's the first time that
design?
hat's been on.
That's the first time the hat has been featured, yeah. Okay, well, I suppose that's kind of going into each of the ranges. So the Signature Series is essentially our first range that allows us, and I suppose me more than anybody, to sort of play around with the whiskies that we're bottling. Putting our own signature stamp on the whiskies, if you will. So yeah, basically you've got a few different things here. The hats are ultimately a reference to my favourite style of finishing. So if you ever see a Whisky Baron Signature Series release with a hat on it, it is going to be a sherry finished dram. So it's going to be at least a secondary maturation, and it's going to be in some sort of sherry.
And that's your favourite?
That is my favourite style of whiskey, really. When it comes to it, look, there's so much to it. Whiskey saying my favourite style is sherried whiskey maybe is a little bit oversimplified, but yeah, that's one of my top sort of. And
you love a good hat, so
I love a good hat, and that is modelled on my Lock & Co Hatter's hat, the Whisky Baron hat. And again, the brand was kind of designed, obviously, to pay homage to the original Whisky Barons and draw from their style, but that idea was always to kind of piece all of that together. So, we've got the hat, the suit is there, and there's the hip flask, which isn't up on there, which is our English whiskey. The hip flask is basically drams that I think go perfectly in a hip flask. The English is a triple distilled and peated, which I think was actually the first triple distilled that had ever been bottled from the English. I don't think anyone's bottled a triple distilled before we did. And then the Stoischer has our pocket watch on it, and the pocket watch is a reference to time. So anything that's bottled with the pocket watch label, it's all about the amount of time it's spent in the cask, whether that's a long amount of time or a short amount of time. The Stoischer is only 3 years old,
right?
So it's the youngest it legally can be to be considered whiskey.
Does the time on the watch have any
Yeah, there might be a couple of
Easter
Easter eggs in there, mate.
Yeah.
We can't give everything away on here. Do you know what I mean?
Huh?
Or no? Did you actually know that or no?
No, I can't
No?
remember. I
Yeah.
can't
I
remember
didn't
it.
know
There's
if
a
you
couple
were a
of Easter
part
eggs
of like
in there.
designing.
There's always some
No.
Easter eggs.
No,
in there.
not that. No, the Stoisha is very, very well loved in the community. Actually, I mean, even
Yeah.
just recently, a couple of people posted about it on their stories.
Oh, yeah?
So, yep.
Wicked. Yeah.
And
Again, that was kind of me.
Yeah, we had
my
a couple
first
of orders
stamp
as well,
on
so-
something, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't know that about it. You should see, even I'm learning something.
oh, there you go.
I like it though. I like when there's a little story.
Oh, definitely.
Makes
Look,
it an
we
experience.
try and tie everything together a little bit, you know. Yeah, there's stories behind all of it, really. It's just, again, we want the focal story to be of the distillery,
Yeah.
you know. This isn't a big I am, come over here and
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
me. Do you know what I mean? It's always to pay respect to the distilleries and make sure people can appreciate what we're doing and what we're putting out there. What do we think, though? What do we think of I'm really interested to hear your guys' thoughts.
So first time today trying the 10-year-old. I've not had it before.
And
I think it's great. You know, I've moaned several times about like modern sherry, right? That it's all like fruit juice. It's quite one note and boring. This is not. I think you hit the nail on the head. You get the PX on the nose. You get a lot of, you know, there's a lot of cashew, a lot of kind of roasted kind of nuts coming through. It's Christmassy without being traditional, because like I said, it is like that kind of like Christmas, like mapley kind of nut mix that you can, like, you know, all the supermarkets start pushing out for Christmas.
for sure.
It's nice. I like it.
You like it? Good. I'm happy with that. Stevie, what do you reckon?
But
Either or. You tell me, mate.
I'm really enjoying the straight up clean
The 15.
bourbon 15. Yeah, I really like that. This is great, right? You know, to Ian's notes, it's got all of those things. It's very punchy for me though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the alcohol. I've put a little bit of water in. For me, it simmers it down. But hey, more for my money there.
This is exactly it. For that, there is a touch of water in both of these, a touch more in the 15. I actually watered the 15 down to a set point. I just dropped a little bit of water in this one because it was a little bit prickly. I personally still think you can add this actually stretches out really nicely.
Exactly. Yeah,
I've brought it down below 50 and it still works.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, they're both great. I just think this just shined through what Brackler is, you know. Really enjoying it. And that's again like going back, Georgie saying being sport, going back to something kind of really simple like this, you know. Just have so much appreciation for it. I would love to let this open up for like a whole evening and go back to it, because I think it would really simmer down and just you'll get so much of it. But it's great.
nice.
Work. Yeah, I forgot you married the two, because it was always the plan. Because obviously, one of these casts was
John's?
Ryan's. Was it?
No, that's the Kalila.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. We'll come on to that.
Yes. Yeah.
You're skipping ahead.
Yeah.
What about out of the two?
Which do I prefer? So tough, dude. You know
Different
what?
occasions,
I'm really.
for sure.
This is it. Yeah, they're two completely
right
different drams. I'm really proud of the 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I've put my own stamp on it.
Yep.
It is my style of whiskey. Yeah. I don't want to say it with too big a head, but I really like that. I'm very proud of it. I think it's again, look, it's not the longest I've waited for a whiskey, but ultimately I bought that, you know, and I waited 6 years. I left it a year in the cask, or 8 months or whatever it was, until I hit the 5-year mark, and then I re-racked it and waited another 5 years. People aren't willing to wait 5 minutes for stuff nowadays. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that I've been kind of sat on this 4 or 5 years, it was a reasonable amount of money invested at the time when I did it. And, again, they tasted great when they were 7 and they were great when they were 8. And I'm sure they'd be good again in 2 years' time or in 5 years' time. But it came to that thing of like, I don't want to overcook it. And I felt that there was a big punch of PX and a big punch of Oloroso. And that was all I was looking to achieve. So why wait for something else? Why chance messing it up? Do you know what I mean? It's close though. I really do. I love the 15-year-old as well. I actually bought the 15-year-old Brackler to the Somerton Whiskey Festival there 2 months ago, whenever it was. And I had a bunch of people that had never tried it, and they were just like, "Fucking hell, dude, this is amazing!" Like really, really, like exactly what you just said. Just strip back. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just Royal Brackler at 15 years old doing exactly what Royal Brackler should be doing.
Yep.
And to me, again, I look at their core range and I love their core range. It doesn't have anywhere near the amount of respect it deserves, though. So to me, there is space in their core range for something like this, where it's just in hogsheads. It's just shining through. It's 10, 12, 15 years old. It's nothing phenomenal, but it is amazing in and of its, like, do you know what I mean?
This is just a great example.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they did a great job with the relaunch in terms of the quality of the products for the OBs, but it is expensive. And, there was virtually no brand recognition before, and the previous bottlings were...
Well, they did 2 relaunches within the space of 5 years. And to be honest, I didn't feel that the quality was bad.
But a lot of when the first time they launched it, it was mostly at 40%, and the branding was very generic.
Yeah.
I feel like they've crafted themselves a bit more of an identity. They've gone for that very kind of royal blue on everything. You kind of I can walk into a shop and like see a Royal Brackler from a while away now.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think the 25-year-old, which comes out in limited quantities, is something like £1,000 or £1,100.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm like, who in their right mind is going to be like, oh yeah, Royal Brackler 25. That's the dram for me.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I definitely hear that. I think even their 21 is quite punchy now, right? We were looking at the 21 and we were like, we don't need that for this.
It's 300 something, I think.
Is getting a little bit silly, right? And I don't think it was vastly different to the 18, I think it had the 3 sherry types in there or whatever it was. But yeah, no, I love both of these, and I love Royal Brackler. So for me, having that brand underneath the Whisky Baron means a lot to me. God, that's yummy. What's the next one, kid? The newest. Okay, you can open that.
Port Charlotte, 12-year-old.
Is that in the right place?
I think so.
Yeah.
What have we got after
Before the Kalila?
We can have the Kalila first if you want.
You tell us, Stevie.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mind. I'm just, I'm just questioning.
Well,
I've not had either of these two.
That's going to wipe your palate out. That's all I'm saying.
The Kalila's pretty punchy as well.
Yeah, but
Maybe the Kalila first.
okay.
I think so. Yeah.
She just said, I don't mind, but yeah, no, we should do this.
I'm going to keep with that. And that. Do the little...
For all of you watching at home, I would love for you to drop in the comments what your favourite Whisky Baron expression is to date. Cheers, kid. I'm really, really interested to hear what you've tried. If you haven't had a chance to try something, I know we've had a few whiskies like our Springbank, our Ben Nevis, even our Glentocher's 6-year-old.
Oh my God.
That was actually the quickest sellout. That beat
Springbank.
the Springbank sold out in 8 hours. The Ben Nevis sold out in I think a day or two, something like that. But the Glentocher's 6-year-old sold out in 4.5 hours.
Why is that, do you
I
think?
bought a case myself.
Yeah.
At RRB.
It was just well priced.
What's so funny about that?
It was just like we were Stevie
so
buying it all. That's why it sold out.
Well, there was someone that bought a lot because it was just so good, and
very
it
well
was,
Why would something like that? What is the reasoning as to why
it
you
was
think
just
that would sell out?
incredibly well priced, and it was just so delicious.
Is it something that's hard to come by?
It's a 6-year-old Glentocher,
No.
so in theory, no. But it's a good cask. It was a sherry hogshead.
It was just
It was really, really
liquid
fucking well
grit.
executed. 60.5% cask strength.
I think we did a pre-sale at 36 quid or
I
something.
think, I was going to say it was less than 40.
Seriously,
Yeah.
No wonder you.
at pre-sale. Well, it went into RRP, but it sold very quickly.
Jeez.
It went, and a lot of people were quite gutted. I mean, I think you managed to sort our friend Jimmy out, didn't you?
Yeah.
You found a little one tucked away somewhere. In the
Oh,
corner.
listen, I've got a couple of cases of everything that we've released for international
But
shipments.
not for everyone.
For
Just
certain
for
things.
Jimmy.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, in fairness, Jimmy bought a few other bits and pieces.
He lives in fucking Australia.
And he also gave us a bunch of bottles himself.
did.
Jesus.
Samples on the table here.
Yeah. So this is it. No,
Nice.
he deserved it. But
This is smelling quite intense.
this
I'm not sure
will
this is gonna.
probably not be for you.
Yeah. It doesn't
Everyone at home,
like
just
it for
ignore
me.
what Georgia has to say from here on out.
Yeah, I'm saying the rest of the
I'll just come
tasting.
back for then. Give
Georgia's
goodbye.
only going to tell you what she thinks of the first 4.
Yeah.
The last 4, just ignore.
Ooh.
So is this the Palo Cortado?
This is the Palo Cortado. So this was Ryan's cast.
Gotcha.
And Brian, if you are watching Slancha, thank you very much for helping us with this one, sir.
I don't know why, but Kalila to me sounds like, oh, it's going to be sweet. Kalila, it just sounds like inviting.
It means the sound of Isla.
Do they have do they have a
Inviting.
non-peated Kalila? Am I being stupid here?
They have done,
Oh, is it
like, as special releases, they've done unpeated Kalilas.
Yeah.
There was one last year, 2024, and that was the first one they'd released for a hot minute. I think they released a bunch through like 2014 through to 2018. Not sure whether there was much before then, but there's at least like 4 or 5 different bottlings out there that are unpeated.
Seriously small batch, though, right?
Yeah, there's all just part of the Diageo. I don't think they've only done it as part of the Diageo special releases.
Right, okay, yeah.
So is Kalila always peated, basically?
Generally, yeah.
I
And
haven't had
I
this.
very much doubt they clean the stills when they do the unpeated run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now this is great. I
Like that?
don't remember it being this yummy.
This is the
Because-
thing, dude. You know what? I've kind of been a bit deflated about the Kalila. Not because it's not amazing, but I've been along to a couple of shows recently. I've listened to a few people, and a few people have gone like, oh, not another Kalila. And I'm like, Kalila's fucking great. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that there can be a lot of Kalila out there sometimes.
So I'll be honest, I was a bit worried when you were like, we're going to release Kalila, and I was like, oh shit.
Like,
No.
yeah.
Because that everybody's like, fucking another no thanks, you know.
But you know what? I've
Kalila
been told by
Boutique.
some people that everyone released Springbank and everyone released Bruichladdich. But
Did they?
everyone doesn't. I just think that that's nonsense. It took me years to find my cask of Springbank. I think that, and yes, there is a lot of Kalila out there because it's a peated whiskey, and I think the only peated whiskey that you can buy direct from Diageo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so of course it's from an access point of view.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but
But it ain't this good.
I really like this, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I like
I
this.
don't.
I've completely forgot about this.
Yeah.
Again, we were away, it was hectic, we were staying in some haunted mansion somewhere in the middle of nowhere in grandma's flat. It was a crazy time.
It was really scary.
And I was
It was terrifying.
Why?
oh, I'll show you some videos. Yeah. It was basically like The Shining.
Yeah, I've seen the
It
curtains.
really was.
Yeah. And
Which Shining, though? The book or the movie? Because the movie's not scary. You
well,
haven't read the book.
I have.
No, you haven't. You're a fucking liar.
Anyway, there was a painting in the
And it
big
moved.
ballroom of 2 twin girls
Yeah.
in blue dresses. Not lying.
Seriously.
And Stevie woke up in the middle of the night and they were standing at the end of his
Okay,
bed.
I'll show you something actually. Just a video
Sorry,
from
are
my
you saying that
hotel
the
room.
reason why it's terrifying
Yeah,
is
it was a-
because
it was a
there was a
terrifying
painting of
stuff.
2
It was
girls.
terrible.
So
in blue
it was in the
dresses.
middle of nowhere.
Was
It was
there
a
blood coming out
last
the
minute.
elevator?
It was on a golf course, I think. But we turned up in the dead of night. There was no one staying there. No one. It was giant, like a ballroom, huge dining room, a bar, but there was no one there apart just from a couple of staff members and us.
Okay.
And I had this giant room for some reason. It had like a living room on
Yeah,
the
sweet,
side of
mate,
it.
yeah.
But it was like from the 1960s.
Meanwhile, were you two sharing a room?
He wasn't there, unfortunately.
There, yeah, something because
He wasn't there. When did we?
It was for Ryan.
What year was it?
I would
The
have
very, very, very end of last year.
Yeah.
to have been
December last
able
year.
to have been there and scared the absolute shit out of you in the middle of the night. That would have been
I remember
incredible.
just getting messages off you, mate, of like I'm about to be killed.
I'm going to die.
I so
I'm
would have done
going
that.
to die.
Plan something. I would have brought a blue dress and painted my face with my face paint coming.
So, is this the video? Where's the video gone?
This is going to be great for the people at home.
I know, right?
We love
I
a
think I
story
said to
time. though.
Ryan.
Story time is great. And this is when you were. Why were you in? Sorry, is this when you were bottling it?
Yeah, we were bottling it.
Right.
Doing a bottle.
Something happened with the accommodation, right? And it got cancelled.
I can't even remember what the problem was, to be honest with you.
Like this was not the
Do you want me
first,
to remind you?
No.
this was not the first choice.
No, I don't think this is any fun for anybody at home.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
He was left to book an accommodation.
Yeah.
I drove up from Surrey to fucking Fife or wherever I was. Got there,
fuck.
drove from a car park. Jake, what's the address for the Airbnb? I'm sorry, mate. He's not got back to me. He's not picking up the phone, so we don't have anywhere to stay tonight. Right.
Sorry. In fairness, I had booked a place. He just hadn't
So
fucking...
then, after that,
Yeah,
Stevie
I do remember that.
George, I think we need you on board.
vividly, actually.
Please come on board.
But yeah, it was quite a trip. So I was just sat in a Premier Inn car park, which I wasn't staying at. It was just the place that I
I
stopped
think
at.
you'd been better off there, mate.
Oh
than
my
the,
God, that's so funny.
I just quickly found some. It was about an hour from there, wasn't it? Because we were going to come stay at yours, but we thought going all the way up back down. 'Cause we were going to Whisky Broker. Let's just meet in the middle. I found somewhere cheap. Me and Ryan, I think, stayed the first night. You joined us the second night.
I mean, you could have knocked on the door of the old Creetown Hotel and see if that bloke who owned the place was still like boarding himself inside.
Oh, memories for you guys. How lovely.
Okay, yeah, so, for everyone at home, or if you're listening on audio platforms, you won't be able to see this. But basically, this is how old the room was. There was a radio in there, and it was powered into the wall, but not with a plug. It was just like a cord into the wall.
Okay.
No plug.
Okay.
I switched it on. Might get. Make it.
That's murder music.
It is quite scary stuff.
So yeah, I thought I was going to die.
You were actually inviting bad spirits by turning that on.
I mean,
it was like your own Ouija board. You turned on the radio.
If you're not listening, you can see there were Granny's curtains you could draw around the bed. I'd have like drawn them around me and started sewing them up.
It wasn't the easiest night's sleep I've had in a hotel, but it was terrifying, honestly. Anyway, back to the whiskey.
The Kalila.
It's delicious, and yeah, that was our place. I hadn't had it since then. I'm enjoying this, mate. I completely.
It's really good.
It is really good.
I think it's great, and I love Kalila.
Yeah,
and I can understand why everyone wants to bottle their own Kalila. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a great fucking whiskey. Getting your hands on peated stock, named peated stock in particular, not easy. And Diageo are incredibly generous to let people like us bottle this sort of stuff. I think it's great. But yeah, this is 12 years old, 10 years in a sherry butt, 2 years in a fresh, well, it's actually 2.5 years. It was about nine and a bit years in a fresh sherry butt, 2.5 years in a fresh Palicatado. Hogshead, what's the strength on it? 58?
55.8.
55, eh? So yeah, again, walked it down a little bit.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one I opened up a bit.
It's got a lovely ashtray taste to it. And I know that sounds bizarre to people.
So good.
But
Lost me. It's got an ashtray taste to it, and that makes you want to drink it.
yes, that's right, Georgia.
Okay.
And there will be lots of other people out there that will...
Real seasidey vibe as well, I think.
There's a little bit of sort of saline
Yeah, 100%,
in there.
man.
And the fact that you rounded it off for 2 years in that, it could have
3
gone
years?
a different way, but it hasn't.
3 years.
I mean, it's made an impact, but it's not like an unbalanced impact, if that makes sense.
Yeah, good. Well, that's what I was kind of, again, you want to have a kick from the sherry, but again, you don't want to have it domineering the whole thing, No, I think this is such a wonderful expression. Very, very proud to have a Kalila on.
Do we know the RRP on this?
Yeah. So this will sell
Because I'm going to buy a case.
Yeah.
Jake.
This will sell at £80. So we are actually going to be doing a bit of a deal. So you can get our Brackler, the 10-year-old. So I'm talking all signature series stuff here. The Brackler will be 75. The Kalila will be 80. And the other two are 66. So the Stoisha and the other one.
Is that down here? This one?
Yeah, the Stoisha and then the English, which isn't there.
Oh, the English isn't.
So we're going to do all 4 of them, including delivery, for £225. However, that's just for you beautiful people at home. That is only for uncut people. That is only for our community. As I said to you, we're actually just about to relaunch our website. Georgia's got the website all ready to go. So we're relaunching the brand, guys. It's actually a really fucking exciting time for us. We're relaunching the website, relaunching the brand. we won't be doing sales or anything like that anymore. Not that we ever really did. We did a sale here or there, a little Black Friday thing here or there.
Yeah.
However, we wanted to make sure that everyone who has supported us here at Uncut gets a nice little Christmas treat from us. So if you are watching and you would like to support a young business, get 4 great whiskies on your shelf for Christmas, and see what we're talking about here today.
Can they buy them individually?
Yes, they can buy them all individually through, well, again, not all of them through the website, but yes. Okay. But message myself, Ian, Georgia, or Stevie, or get in contact us through the website or one of the socials, and we will let you know. But yeah, I basically set aside 100 sets so that people can buy all 4 of them and be able to.
Well, once that Kalila starts getting out there, and the others, to be fair. But Ian, am I hyping this Kalila up too much? What do you think of it?
Kalila is not my go-to either.
He's not.
Yeah, but still, what's your thoughts?
I think it's really interesting because it's one of those like journey whiskies, right? That I've talked about a few times. All roller coaster, right? Like the nose, the palate, the finish, they're all very different from each other. The nose is quite rich and intense. The palate is actually surprisingly not. I was about to say austere, which makes it sound dull and boring, which it's not.
Okay.
But then actually none of that peat comes through, and actually you get the hit of the sherry, and then you were spot on with the ashtray finish.
A Carlsberg ashtray.
Yeah. I mean, that's proper, like working men's club, like
not pub, a club.
Yeah. But John Smith's ashtray.
Yeah, John Smith's with some drum tobacco next to it.
Yeah.
No,
Christ.
Definitely. No, I completely agree. I wasn't expecting such a sort of sweet, dense. Well, it's PX, so that's what it does best. And then on the finish, but
no, it's not PX. It's Palicatado.
Oh, sorry, it's Palicatado. Sorry, yeah. But yeah, either way, it's dense. That dense sweetness.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good. I'm glad. Should we move back to the Port Charlotte now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You will hate this.
Yeah, well, I know.
I'm just warning you now.
You're cracking a fresh one. Wow, when in Rome.
When in Rome. Please, do go on.
Since I thought Port Charlotte, after smelling Port Charlotte, thinking, I'll really enjoy this.
I think
and then
if there's any Whisky Baron channel people watching here on Uncut, and please.
Oh, that was lovely. Sorry if you missed that. It was lovely.
Have a dig. Because there was Georgia. Oh, this Port Charlotte smells amazing. And then she tastes it and she goes,
sorry, what's this?
This is
when we went to
Welcome to Whiskey.
Welcome to Whiskey.
Yeah. And I had smelled Port Charlotte.
Drank it like this, went.
My friends have watched the video and paused it on my face, and I'm like, I look like I'm in pain.
Struggling not.
And it was like 90% of you pulling back as what you probably really thought.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. She would have fucking spit it out. This is fucking horrible. What have you given me?
It's like, wow, it's building.
I think you see the camera shake a little bit.
But no, look, I get it, because I find a lot of that peated laddie to be quite farmy and slurry led, bunch of weird flavors that are, let's just say, not to my personal taste.
But yeah, it was. You probably saw the camera shake a little bit because I knew when you were like,
I feel like everyone around me knew what was happening but me. And then I tried it, and I kid you not, for the next 5-10 minutes, it was like a barbecue in my mouth. And I was just like,
that sounds all right.
It's calling the bomb squad.
This is awful. I'm so sorry not to say about the whiskey.
I wanted to get the same experience with this then on the nut.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's just, Pete really isn't for me in Port Charlotte.
I said, but look, I totally get that, and I think one of the notes I can get with any laddie is a butyric acid, i.e. baby sig, which
I think on smell it still smells.
I would hope that you don't get that here.
I think this smells lovely though.
It smells great.
I smell it, and I think it smells lovely. And I'll try a little bit of it. I think I'm probably not going to like
This
it
is at
because
63.9.
Well up there.
60.3.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
60.3. That's annoying. I knew that as well.
Well, you didn't.
No, I know. I got it wrong. All right, fine. 60.3. Cask strength.
It's very crisp and malty on the nose. It's like a lot of cereal, hobnobs.
Yep. I'd agree with that 100%. I actually almost got like a cornflake sort of thing going on originally. So, actually, no, I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Well, you put it into my mind now. Cornflakes, toasted cornflakes on the palate all day long. It's that sweet, sweet corn.
George is like, cornflake? What the fuck are you eating for breakfast?
Peated cornflakes. Do you know that would probably... Anyway.
I bet someone's done it.
Yeah, probably. Jake, turn it to liquid.
Do you know what? It's actually not that bad on.
It's
on
not
taste.
like, because you have
I've
to
only
10.
had-
You heard it here first, guys. The Whisky Baron. It's not that bad. You're the new Harrison Ford. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's not that
It's
bad.
nice.
Hey,
It's
guys,
nice.
the Whiskey Baron. It's not that bad.
Paycheck is nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on the new
Well.
website.
Christ. Harrison, if you want to come and work with us, you could give him some good acting lessons, in fairness. At least it was a bit more than it's nice. Christ.
It's not what I like. The other Port Charlotte that I had was really intense, really quickly.
The 10, yeah.
This one isn't as intense.
This is a lot.
So on
But
first,
sorry, it would be a lot stronger than the plain old 10. You got the core range 10.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Which is nowhere. It's not cask strength. That would
No.
be at like 46, 40,
Well, I was going to say the 10's at 50.
50. Okay, 40.
It is at
not
50.
at 60.
You're
No.
right. It's 50.
Is it at 50
Yeah,
flat?
this isn't that intense.
I sent some.
Like I can very small.
That's very high praise.
This is
Yeah.
Not that you intend it, but like from a point
No,
of view,
yeah.
if that's not too prickly for you.
no, it's
great.
not.
This is super well integrated. Like
Well, I think so, but I'm a fucking fiend when it comes to Port Charlotte. So to hear hers of that,
Someone
like,
who would
that's
not go for it.
high praise, right?
Yeah. And again, I've said before, like again, above 60, I sometimes find
Struggle a bit.
Struggle a bit. Again, I'm shit at adding water, so I'm like, I'm too lazy to bother with this shit.
Which is a shame because I have to say, with the Brackler, the 10-year-old Royal Brackler, I do think that can take water really well, and I think that somebody like you would get so much out of that Brackler by sitting down and taking it down to 50 and trying it at 55.
I don't think it needed water though.
No, I know. And that's the thing. For me, I don't think it does either. But again, you got to think about to kind of, your everyday drinkers or whatever. And I think that you would find a lot of range within it, And anyway, yeah.
So what did you do to this Port Charlotte?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I have owned this for 8.5 years. I bought
What
it.
journey?
I know.
Have you been staring at it every year like...
Well,
I well overpaid for it. Be careful when you're looking at cask investments with dodgy businesses based in London. I worked for one of them and still got
Even
my
Jack
trousers
got ripped
pulled
off.
down. Yeah, completely. Fucking was in the offices. This is the thing, man. Falsified paperwork, everything just bullshit, So I paid 11 grand for this cask as a 3-year-old.
What should you roughly have paid?
2.5, 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 11 grand as a 3-year-old. I was shown paperwork to prove that the people that I bought it from also paid, I think they paid 10,900. Bullshit.
yeah.
Or 1,900.
Yeah.
Zero.
Exactly. But you know what? Even when I realized a year and a half after buying it that I had been completely
Ripped off.
ripped off, yeah, that's a good way of putting it, I was actually still, of all the casks that I bought, I was really proud to own this. And I thought that I was still onto a winner, that I would just have to wait a lot longer.
Right, okay.
And I have to say,
Why did
now
you...
as a 12-year-old,
Why did you wait until 12 though? Why didn't you wait longer?
could have waited longer, could have definitely waited longer. This is not going to get worse. We were
Right.
talking about earlier, the Royal Brackler, the Kalila, the Tormore, the Ben Nevis overcooking at that 25-year-old age range. This could have gone 15, 18 easily
Right, okay.
before I started to need to think about that sort of thing. ultimately, when it comes to peat dissipates over time. So the reason I love Port Charlotte is because it's a big, peaty monster.
Right, so you want to keep that.
So I want to keep that
Right.
depth to it. Like I said, I tried it when I was 5, 8 years old, and there were a couple of times where I was like, fuck it, I could just, sell it now, Equally, I mean, look at any of these casks. I could have sold them in cask form and probably made 2-3 times the amount of money with no effort. Do you know what I mean? Like buying that 25-year-old Ben Nevis, I could have sold that to some dodgy investment company easily and doubled my money. And some poor
That's not who you are,
fuck would. No, I know. But like, you look at like, why do we do things? For me, it was never about the money. So even though I bought that Port Charlotte and I had well overpaid for it, I actually got Stevie's good friend Rod involved. So Rod is an enthusiast.
He nearly drank them. I'm surprised he's only left.
I know. Rod is a bit more than an enthusiast, we should say. He's a good man, though. I love Rod. He's a really lovely guy, and he was a client of ours for a while. And I sold him the cask of Port Charlotte for 11 grand.
Right.
On the basis that he hold on to it. I think he bought it as an 8-year-old.
Something like that,
And he held on to it till about 11 and a half.
Right.
Just to give us a bit of cash flow.
Right.
So that I wasn't sitting on something. I was like, look, I want to bottle it, but fucking look after this. And as Steve says, he looked after it a bit too well.
Right.
There were a number of bottles. I actually got contacted by the warehouse where it was sat because they knew the deal that I had with this guy. And they were like, we've just sent out another case from this cask. Like, you know about this sort of thing. And it's his fucking cask. Like, I can't do anything about it. Yep, okay, send it through to him.
He went there.
He visited, yeah.
You just start drinking from the cup.
To order. It's just like, it's not a shop, mate.
You could have done it over the phone.
To be fair,
Also,
he's holding on.
this is like
onto it.
part of my business. Like, just behave yourself, please.
That's the thing. I sold it to him for what I bought it for 5 years earlier. Like, I was so fucked if he had done anything sort of... Yeah, anyway.
There was a moment in time, but this guy is eccentric as hell, but I love him. He was asking me if he could take the barrel out.
Can I just get the barrel to my living room?
Yeah, and then I was,
No.
no, and they weren't. That's just not going to happen. He's like, well, it's mine. I was like, yeah, but
What if I drive up there? Surely
I'll
they'll
take
put
a
it in the
van. I was like,
What?
they won't even let you through the doors if you start
Yeah.
asking those questions. mate.
Honestly.
Oh
No.
my god.
So yeah,
Did you go for? He's now trying to take.
Rod's got a crowbar and he's trying to break into the warehouse, Jake. Yeah, it was a bit like that.
But it was it's a fun story. It was a fun journey for him. He did
Yeah.
get to taste it along the way.
Yeah.
He fell in love with this as well, as we did tasting it through him
Yeah.
along the way every time he got a bottle. So
It was an experience.
No pictures of Rod at the warehouse with a straw there.
not that I know of.
Swiddly bendy straw, yeah. 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 I
If
think
he
he
would,
probably
he
still
could.
samples of these for his Happy Meals every now and then, I'd say.
Probably.
Fucking madman. But anyway, he looked after it for us for a couple of years. And yeah, ultimately, why 12? Why any age? I felt like it was ready, and I felt like it was a great sort of addition to the export label range, especially because we'd had 225s and 133 to bring it down
Yeah.
to the 12-year-old mark. And you were talking about labels there earlier. So if you have a look at the labels, the Ben Nevis, no, if you have a look, I'm not asking you to
Oh, right,
show-
sorry.
What colour is his tie there?
Oh, well, I know. There's
you know
different
about
colours.
this. Oh, okay.
No, I don't know why.
Oh, okay. So
I just know that they're
anything
different
that's-
colours.
Anything that's
Because obviously the hat's different colours. So the Ben Nevis green tie, the Tormore blue tie, and the Port Charlotte red tie.
yellow.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, so it's to do with the ages. So anything that's 10 to 19 will be yellow.
right, which is why these also.
No,
Oh,
that's not to do with age.
jeez.
Yeah, so we got some nice little Easter
Story.
eggs in there.
It's like a like kind of Sudoku, but on a whiskey bottle. It's a puzzle. Got to work it out.
So much easier than Sudoku, but yeah. Sudoku's fucking hard.
None of it really matters or anything. It's just
It's fun,
my own
though.
little trivial.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I like it
Little
too.
details.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I like it.
Why not?
It's good crack.
It
We
is
actually don't have any of our Renaissance expressions up there, and I'd love to briefly touch on that. Renaissance, for anyone who doesn't know, means rebirth in French, and we are literally just telling the stories of the original whiskey barons through that. I know why you're giggling.
Sorry.
That's what it means.
I know.
What? What's so funny?
Some people. Anyway.
22-year-old Glen Tockers, which is probably my favourite expression under the Renaissance range thus far, because of the story that it tells.
Right.
23-year-old Springbank, one of my favourite whiskies that we bottled to date. The beginning of next year, 2026, we will be adding a new addition to this with an 18-year-old Craigellachie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, very, very exciting. So we will do another Whisky Baron episode for you guys at some point. If you would like to see some of the expressions we haven't included here, drop it in the comments. Let us know if that's what you'd like to see. I'm more than happy to get to it. Obviously, with 19 whiskies as part of the range now, it would have been a bit of a messy afternoon had we had tried to fit them all into
19?
19.
Wow.
Stevie's finding more out about the business than the viewers.
We sold whiskey.
I'm just the cameraman.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ian is keen.
Here.
we're on to the Stoisha.
I think so.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think this
I
is
could
a
eat
bit of
this for fucking ages.
an underdog that's just now. And when did we release this? I can't remember.
2
years ago, wasn't it? Because did you do the tasting for? No,
I did the tasting for the export label,
That's
and then we did that video in the pub for this one. I think where we made a.
oh,
we made
really?
I can't remember if it was a Stoisha or in English. I think it was maybe with the we did
No, it wasn't. It was the Stoisha.
with the Stoisha. We did hot toddy.
Yeah. Banging.
Blimey, that was a while
Really
ago.
good.
That
Oh, I'm really enjoying these.
there's more glasses, mate.
Yeah, give me another one, thanks.
Yeah, but
That's okay. Don't be sorry.
I mean, obviously, we sold a lot of bottles when it launched, but it's almost like people are just rediscovering it at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is great, you know?
The Stoisha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think people overlook it because it's 3 years old,
Which is not.
which is not. Yeah, really.
Well, I mean,
legally it is. Yeah, but again, it was just for the purpose of having a 3-year-old whiskey on the shelf. So anyone who hasn't tried that and is thinking £66 for a 3-year-old, I don't really want that. That is a 3-year, 11-month and 2-week sherry butt of Stoisha, which was fucking banging by itself, I have to say. But it was blended with a 9-year-old barrel of Stoisha. So it's actually some pretty decently, aged juice in there. What's the ABV on it? 57?
56.7.
56.7.
I mean, next time you want to, start burning your money, mate, you can send it this way instead if you want. Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Mate. I appreciate that. It's good to know. It's good to know you're here to support.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean with the Stoisha, Stevie. Well, I don't know about people rediscovering it, but I have had a bit of a flood of people recently.
Well, I think maybe people who have bought it a long time ago, tucked into it, and then cracked open again and been like, oh fuck, I forgot how good this was. And that's why I've seen kind of the social media posts coming in and orders coming in recently for it as well. I mean, how many bottles?
There was 1,019 bottles of this in total.
It's quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
They sold quite a lot in the beginning, but
I kept
have
back.
no idea.
I kept back about half of them because I knew that there were other and so, like I say, I wanted to have at least 100 sets of the 4 signature series things to be able to release. So it was only earlier this year I started releasing that second half of the Stoisha. We did a little release with Dan.
Yep.
Bought 100 or so bottles. And yeah,
So maybe that's where they're kind of rediscovering.
maybe, yeah. So the Somerton Club, anyone who's watching from the Somerton Club, drop it in the comments. We big love for Dan and all of you. He wanted something special to send out to his subscribers and members, and yeah, we didn't have. I was hoping that we would have launched one of the other bits and pieces, but unfortunately, we just didn't have the chance. So yeah, it was the Stoisha.
No, Georgia, for you?
Yeah.
Not for you.
No.
I think.
I'm dual wielding with the Port Charlotte. I keep going back to it. I've been hunting out this note, and it was only recently I started thinking I was getting it in the Port Charlotte. Vinegar.
Really?
I was given that note by Dawn Davies. It was the one note that she gave me. I let her sample the Port Charlotte at a tasting, and she said, yeah, this is really lovely vinegar. And I was like, wow, what a tasting note. I've never heard anyone say vinegar before.
I have.
And for,
But I
like,
mean, normally when you're talking about like real
bad whiskies, she seemed to really enjoy it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And I was looking for it. I don't know if it's placebo and that I've just been looking for it so hard that I've now found it.
I can't even remember where my Port Charlotte's gone.
I mean,
I like it.
without wanting to sound dismissive, there's quite a wide range of vinegars out there, right? Like, does she mean like
red wine vinegar, apple cider vinegar? Yeah, regular. Yeah, no, it's correct. Yeah, I suppose most people would immediately think fish and chips, cheap vinegar on chips. Right.
What's that brand called?
Sauce?
Brown.
Sauce.
Yeah, sauce.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It would be classic.
You're thinking of balsamic vinegar.
No, I'm not.
It begins with.
But balsamic is another vinegar.
I think
Wine
apple
vinegar.
cider vinegar.
Stevie only has the finest.
I love
Denner
I drink
balsamic.
apple cider
You
vinegar.
should drink apple cider vinegar. It's very good for you. Apparently, it's the only antidote to celiac disease. Lies.
I tried and tested.
Lies. Yeah.
And
Imagine like having had a celiac attack and then they're like, oh, here's a glass of vinegar to make you feel better. That's the last thing you want to be drinking.
Well, I mean, it depends how sick you are. Surely, if it makes you better.
How sick are you?
Yeah, so surely you'd want to drink it. Like, that's what I'm saying.
What? After you've been sick, here's a cup of vinegar. It's like going out on a night out and having
a
like
pickled egg.
yeah, and then you wake up in the morning and someone goes, "There's your breakfast," and shoves a pickled egg in your face. Fucking horrendous. So thank you.
I didn't get vinegar, but everyone's palate is different, right? But that's an interesting note.
It is an interesting.
But did she
Say it positively?
Yeah. Was it a positive thing, or did you ask, or did she just go?
It seemed
vinegar.
Yeah, no. She just threw it at me. Yeah, no. I mean, it was a very busy event, and I asked her briefly, and she was like, she seemed very positive.
I love Dawn.
So do I. And
She's
this is it.
wicked.
As soon as she said it, I was like, fuck, I need to find that now. Like, I really want to see what she's seeing, right?
And you haven't found it.
It was only recently, and again, but I'm not sure if it's a placebo thing. But the Stoischer actually pairs up quite nicely with this, side by side. Not that it pairs nicely, that it's a good competition.
Is the Port Charlotte?
Port Charlotte, Stoischer. Yeah, I think that there's quite a nice little competition in the glass.
You might be able to find the vinegar with how much I accidentally poured you.
That's the Stoischer, though.
I know.
I was talking about the Port Charlotte.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said that she found the vinegar in the
No.
Stoischer.
Misheard.
Oh, sorry.
The thing about the Stoischer that I think is that the sherry never shines through as much as I think it would.
No.
Given that it is over 2/3 sherry. It's probably over 3/4 sherry. We didn't actually do like a weight
Wouldn't it
of
be sweet then?
how much liquid came out of each cask, but it was a fucking sherry butt.
Yeah.
And it was very full. It was huge. And it was dark. It was quite dark juice, right? It doesn't look... I always think that whenever I try this it never tastes as sherried as I thought it would.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but I think it's maybe because of the Stouscher that, like, to me, it's often super, super maritime, right? It's like you've spilt a bit of sherry in a rock pool.
Right.
And then you just like,
Oh, that's good.
got your glass in and...
Yeah.
I'm annoyed at you.
And that's the thing, man.
Such a good note.
That is a good note, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the thing. He can be such a dick, but he's fucking sexy with his notes sometimes. Fucking hell. He just comes down with such nonchalance. Just fucking easy.
Did you say Stoischer?
Stoischer?
No, he said Stouscher.
You did say
Stouscher?
Stoischer.
Oh, no.
Don't worry.
His note's ruined.
They will come from.
It's all right.
Exactly. Someone's going to call me out. on
He
that
says
now.
Glenfiddich. So I don't think that's the worst thing he's had.
Episode 1. 98 episodes. You're a day later. You're fucking...
Dude, you still said it.
You still say it.
I love a good Glenfiddich 12.
Oh. I thought Kalila was one word.
Is that like the Harry Potter? I don't know.
I said that once.
You were about to go down a bit of a fucking rabbit hole of something you don't understand.
Quidditch, yeah.
Quidditch.
Glenn Quidditch.
Quidditch, yeah.
Why are we talking about Harry Potter?
Not a very good joke.
It wasn't a joke, it's just an observation. But no, that is a great note. That is a fucking good note. That salty mineral. Yes. And this is great as well because I go to this a lot at home. I think this is my second bottle. Yeah, I bought this one, didn't I? Yeah. And it's always one that I go to and I go, oh fuck yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think who is it that loves this? Jeff Whisky.
Oh, yeah?
He's had 2 bottles of this, maybe 3.
Oh, wicked. Oh,
Yeah.
shout out, Jeff. Thank you very much,
He
man. I'm
loved
glad you
this.
enjoyed
I
it.
think he actually included it in a
A roundup or
top
something?
roundup of the year, maybe, or something like that.
Tidy.
Recently, yeah.
Tidy. All
Yeah,
right, fantastic.
So,
I mean, seriously, you need to be like heading off to like Bentley's or something like with this and get them to like stick it on oysters or something. It'd be great with oysters.
mhm.
Oh, would be good with oysters. Fuck.
Should we deliver some oysters?
Can you do? Fuck how Weybridge is posh, isn't it? I
some
can deliver oysters in my
Yeah. Can you deliver an oyster to me, mate?
A small man comes along and shucks them for you, right?
Yeah.
Why does he have to be small?
I don't know. He could be huge if you want him to be. You have to pay more for the tall guy.
Right, what's next?
I'm really enjoying this.
One left. We've got a Lacheg.
Oh, yeah.
We're flying through them. Flying through them.
Lacheg, 14-year-old Lacheg.
I'm quite annoyed, actually, because this is my bottle, isn't it?
Yeah, you've...
Yeah. Do you know why? Because it was hiding.
Was it?
It was.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it was hiding.
Okay.
Behind,
Who made it?
The little
at
girl
me.
in the blue dress.
I think when I basically, maybe a long time ago, I rearranged my desk, set up a second monitor, and I think it got put behind some books on the
Right.
corner of the desk. And it wasn't until a few days ago, Jake was like, do you have it in any open bottle? Yeah, I think so. And I was like, actually, there is a bolt. And that was hiding. Hence why I haven't had it. So I remember there's been occasions where I'm like, I really want to try out
When we
the
talked
Jake.
about this, I've done the same. Like, I have no idea what I've done with my Bemore, and I fucking like literally, it's my probably favorite Bemore of all time, and now I'm like really
What,
pissed off
ours?
at myself. Yeah,
You can't find it.
it's open in my house somewhere.
Exactly. This is what I mean. I didn't even realise I had a bottle yet. I've opened it. I'm very happy now.
Sorry, sort out your homes.
You will hate this.
See?
No, sorry. I just want to give you fair warning.
I've got
If
everything
you
on a
haven't
shelf.
enjoyed anything else, any of the other peated things, you really won't like this. So I would
Is
go.
this
Find
the
a
most
dry
heated out of all of them?
Hope not.
It's the most uniquely peated.
Okay.
Lacheg is often referred to as the whiskey drinker's dram. So if you really like
Not
peated
me, then.
whiskies, you'll love it. Tasting notes often sort of go towards burning rubber and that sort of style of peat versus other peat.
Petrol.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Yep. Enjoy. It's very light in colour, isn't it? It looks in the. I can't remember. Jake, tell the people at home the details, please.
This is a 14-year-old single cask hogshead. ABV, please.
53.6.
53.6. So yeah. So with the Founders Collection, it basically will be a range at its finality consisting of 13 single cask whiskies, starting at 6 years old and finishing at 18 years old. And there will be one age statement for each age between 6 and 18. And the idea of the Founders Collection, there's a couple of ideas. First and foremost, Founders Collection, it is quite literally the collection of casks that allowed me to set up the business. So you referred earlier to the Fettercairn, the Glenrothes and the Bunnahabhain, which we launched the brand with. That was a cask that belonged to, the Fettercairn was my mum's, the Glenrothes was the first cask I ever bought, and the Bunnahabhain belonged to my first ever client from the business I previously worked at. Moving through then, we continued that business, that range with whiskies like the Glentocker 6-year-old. Another, I think that was the third whiskey I ever bought. The Port Charlotte was the second, the Glentocker 6 was the third. Other drams that allowed me to sort of set up the brand, essentially, some of them belonging to clients, some of them belonging to me. The other thing that I wanted to achieve within the Founders Collection range was presenting a solid range of flavors, but also on vernacular. Hogshead, barrique, barrel, but there is one unnamed whiskey in there, a trade name, Highland Spirit, Highland Single Malt. Wine casks, sherry casks, bourbon casks. I wanted to get a really vast array, basically so that anyone getting into whiskey could turn to our Founders Collection and find at least one dram that they're going to like, because there is a vast array of flavors in there. A lot of them are quite punchy and full on. but also so that you could turn to that range and essentially start learning the way that I learned, the way that you learned, and in theory, the way that you are learning as well about whiskey from a very hands-on kind of independent bottler perspective, right? Not looking at vast vattings of, tens of thousands of bottles or something from one distillery and you get minimal info on it, but looking at single cask releases where ultimately we haven't done anything to them. Again, the Founders Collection is not about me going, oh, look at me, I'm amazing. None of it is really. I mean, the Signature Series, I'm putting my own stamp on, right? But ultimately, the Founders Collection should give you an insight into all of the different distilleries that we've bottled from and what you can expect from them. And aside from that, what the Founders Collection should also do is present some of my favourite brands. So you've seen Glenrothes, you've seen Lechaig, you've seen Bruichladdich.
Port Charlotte, yeah.
Exactly. So you've got a nice sort of array there. So yeah, with the Lechaig, that's the 14-year-old. 53.6, you said, Ian, yeah?
Yeah.
53.6, again, they're all either cask strength or high strength alcohol. And Lechaig for me, again, one of those things actually that Dawn recently said, not another Lechaig sort of thing. And I, listen, I can't argue with Dawn. She's the leading buyer of the industry, probably. She's definitely up there as one of the top dogs. So you've got to take what she says with a, huge amount of respect. But equally, what I would say is I don't know, single cask Lechaig. I think it's something to be, given a good amount of respect to, good amount of reverence. And if you haven't tried this style of whiskey, I definitely wouldn't start there. Definitely not the likes of you, right? I mean, are you...
I don't actually even want to taste it.
Yeah, no. And that's exactly what... Are you even venturing a taste? And I'm not surprised, because it's not for everybody. But if you have gotten into whiskey and you're going down that road of peat and you're enjoying yourself and you're learning and you're on that journey, you've got to tap up a Lechaig. And to me, this is just, again, stripped back. It's in a hogshead. It's nothing special. It's just big, bold, peaty Lechaig. I love that. I think it's cool.
It is a great example. It's really showcases Lechaig for Lechaig. Again, a little bit like the Brackler. It's stripped back.
We actually bottled these two together. So those were bottled as a sort of little partnership for the Founders Collection. And that was literally my thought process. I wanted a 14 and a 15-year-old that filled the gap that we had, but that just presented something. And actually, they go right next to the 16-year-old Bunnahabhain, which, again, if you look at those three whiskies as a three, super thick, peaty Lechaig. The Brackler, that isn't really a normal Brackler. Like we were saying, it's kind of got that that meaty kind of structured element to it. And then the Bunnahabhain is just so laid back and stripped back and so... I think that those three as a tasting, again, the way I look at the whiskies and our ranges and stuff, probably meaningless because most people won't try them the way I'm looking at them, right? The way that we release them necessarily. But I just thought that those three together just worked so beautifully and presented such different flavors.
Yeah. And actually with all three distilleries, it's quite hard to find natural, right?
This is it.
They use sherry or casks. Obviously, Tobermory and Bunnahabhain, both under CVH. Great wood policy, lots of interesting
loads of sherry, loads of finishing.
Yeah. Almost next to no bourbon at all. So it's actually really hard to try and understand some of that distillery DNA. And with both of those, the 14 and the 16, nailed it.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear you say that, man. It's nice. That was exactly, that was kind of the thought process behind it, really. And I love Lechaig. I think it's so, again, overlooked so often, I think they've got a great core range, but I think that their special releases is where it gets more interesting. Certainly for me anyway, being a lover of those really big, rich flavors. They did a 21, a 22, and a 23. And I think you've tried the 20. You got a bottle of the 22, the PX, but they also did a Marsala and a something else. They did 3 special releases, all phenomenal, But yeah, like you say, Ian, I just think drawn back, untouched, unadulterated, Uncut and Unfiltered.
Hey.
Hey!
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I like it.
What a
I
dram,
like
what a dram to end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we had 2, 4, 6, 8.
8.
Yeah.
We actually done
Half the range.
blown through 8 whiskies there.
Well, I mean, it's
I know.
an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay.
So, yeah, we've
Don't know.
been here a while. Sorry, everybody.
Time flies.
Going
Hopefully
soon.
you guys have been
We're
enjoying
gonna get
it
the
here.
next 8 out now.
Yeah. We're halfway through.
And the rest.
You know what? I'd love to do another episode, and we've discussed a couple of times doing a bit of a special episode, something that we can still work on behind the
Yes,
scenes.
definitely,
Maybe
definitely.
I think that would be cool. But no, look, guys, really wanted to show you what we've been up to here. Like I say, if you're interested in any of our whiskies, please message one of the 4 of us. Get in touch through the website or whatever. We do have that special signature series just for Uncut viewers, that little deal for £225 for all 4 bottles. Equally, if there's something that you see that you like, let us know. We might be able to find something. We're not really going to be focusing on website sales moving forward. We're focusing a lot on the retailers and distributors, particularly international distributors. However, we want to make sure that we're still looking after our core audience, the people that have followed us since day one. And it doesn't matter if you are based in the UK or internationally. Georgia is here now. She will be dealing with all Christmas orders. I don't have to do anything. So message us.
Yay.
If you
Oh,
want
dear, guys.
one bottle going out
Please
to the
inundate
back
me.
arse of nowhere, message Georgia. She's going to be amazing.
We'll
She's
get
gonna
it to you.
Take care of it.
We'll get it to you.
All.
I'll actually be bringing it to you myself to your door.
I'll ship Georgia
I'm
around.
Santa. Gonna go round.
Hand delivered. And well done, Jake.
Yes.
What a range
Hey,
of
listen,
whiskies you have.
all of us,
possibly.
guys.
We
This is
wouldn't
not
be
just my
here
business.
Yeah, but
we
if
wouldn't be here without all of
here
us.
if it wasn't for you.
Exactly.
So,
Well, that's very good of you. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Amazing. Yeah.
to Jake.
Well, I think also to all of the distilleries that we've bottled from, because
Yes.
again, I think that's what it's really about, right? You know, it's passion. And you guys have watched us here now for what? Going on 2 years?
Oh, I'm so
3,
sorry.
really.
No, I don't know why.
Right
You're
now,
all
going
sick.
on an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So sorry.
An hour and a half today, but 2 years in total. Some of you are questionable individuals. But we really appreciate your support. You know, we love it. You're obviously as sick and twisted as we are, have just as much passion as we do. And, you know, if you want to support a small business, please do support us here at the Whisky Baron. We're not going to do a wrap up because that's
No way.
so up your own arse.
No way.
I would buy them all because I have quite literally bought every
have.
single cask and bottled them under our brand.
Well,
I think they're great.
George is going to you can put 2 or 3 in the bin.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Georgia hates the last 2 or 3 of the least.
I can do a roundup.
Well, there's one thing for sure. I'll be buying a case of that. Kalila.
Yeah, guys, hurry up.
You want the Kalila?
Take it all.
Nice.
Today,
The Kalila's the one for you?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Favourite of the day then.
Kalila.
Kalila for you?
Ooh, oh Christ!
Favourite of the day.
Favourite of the day.
'Cause this is it. I know you'd go Bunner. Right? Or is the Bunner
Possibly.
still where your heart lies?
I love that burner. I was thinking about saying the Nevis, but you know what? I was so pleasantly surprised by the 10-year-old Brackler.
Yeah?
I might go there.
Okay. Wicked, man. Okay, cool. That's big praise from you. Georgia, favourite?
Ben Nevis.
Yeah. Fair.
We could have just stayed there for me for an hour and a half.
I think my favourite of the day is the Brackler, to be honest, as well. And I'm
This-
surprised
this-
that you
this-
went there. I'm really surprised that you went there. Yeah, the 10-year-old Brackler. I'm really proud of that, and I'm really excited to hear what people have to say about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Great job.
Jake, remind us of the new releases coming out and prices and everything.
So the new releases are the 10-year-old Brackler that we've just highlighted. That will be £75 retail.
Mm-hmm.
The 12-year-old Kalila.
That one.
Yep. That will be £80 retail. And the 12-year-old... Oh, yeah, sorry.
Port
I see
Charlotte.
what it was. Yeah, Port Charlotte, which we are still deciding on, will be circa £110 retail.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Exciting.
It is exciting, yeah. I'm excited, and I'm very excited to hear what you all have to say. So thank you all so much for sticking with us through this episode. It does feel a little bit self-righteous in a way, but I really enjoyed it all the same. You know what? It's great to taste through the whiskeys.
We didn't have to round up. So
Present them. Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. But like I say, guys, we'd love to hear your comments. What have you tried? What are you interested in trying? Drop it in the comments. Let us know. And thank you, as always, for joining us. This has been another episode of Uncut and Unfiltered. Slàinte mhath.